Hey bloggers and YouTubers! Today I wanted to teach you a little bit about categories and tags. And this is based on my own learning. You are learning along with me, and it's something that I got wrong when I started, and I've had to backtrack and do a lot of cleanup and organization, and I want to save you all the hassle so you don't have to do that yourself. So here is some of the stuff that I've learned so far about categories. Now, at this point in time, you can see that I have about 30 items in my categories, and that is way too many. I actually imported all of my content when I first started on WordPress from a previous blog on blogger.com. So back then I didn't really know what I was doing, and now I've started to get more serious about how my site looks in search engines, how user-friendly it is, and I'm going to share all of that with you. So, how many categories should you actually have in your blog? Well, the answer to that varies based on where you go to look, but 3 to 8 categories is recommended, and 5 seems to be the prime number. So if you're just starting out and you're not really sure where your blog will be going, start with 5. And you can even start with 3 if you don't feel confident with that 5 number. But the goal for each category is to have 10 to 20 posts within it. So it's a really easy way of judging what your blog is about. And categories actually describe that to your reader. So if you start to write posts, if you're just getting started, try to see if you can use the same category over again. And once you reach 10 posts on your blog, take a look at what categories are you writing about. Have you exceeded 5? And if you only have 10 posts but you've exceeded 5 categories, then chances are you need to rethink those categories. So start with 5, try to get 10 to 20 posts within, and what do you do if you are blogging about stuff outside of those categories? Well, that is where the tags come in. And tags are kind of confusing when you're first getting started because they're not quite a category, and you might want it to be a category, but it's okay because they actually work the same in your URL. So you can use a tag on a post and give it something outside of those 5 main categories that you've established, but you can actually search it the way that your blog is basically set up when you first start using the default settings. So you can search with category and you can search with tag, and then whatever you name that tag after within the slashes, you will see that you can actually pull up all of those posts together. So only use one category per post, and this is because of this. It's called a SLUG. So if you have it set up this way, it'll be category slash the name of the category slash the name of your post. So if you assign one post to multiple categories, your blog is going to create multiple URLs for one post. And this is not recommended. Google has robots that search your site, and they might see this as duplicate content, which Google does not like. So if you find it necessary to use multiple categories per post, there is a way to do this and to do it appropriately within the search engine, but for the purpose of beginning blogging, make it really easy on yourself and start simple and just use one category per post. Trust me, you will be really excited that you did this because I'm currently going through cleaning up this mess that I have created with 30 categories. So I know this can get confusing. There's a lot of numbers to remember, but just take some simple notes. Keep yourself in check. If you find that your categories are getting kind of wild, make sure that you don't go above and beyond like 10. Because I know when you're starting, you're kind of just exploring and you're not quite sure what your blog is even going to be about. So try and keep it at 5 if you can limit yourself. Golden rule is 10 to 20 posts per category. Okay? Let me know if you have questions below and save yourself some time. Do this from the start. Try to keep restraint, and it will also give you a great insight into what you are really blogging about. And if you find that your interests are more outside of the categories that you started with, it's quite alright. You can always go back underneath your posts on the sidebar into categories and you can rename them. You can change the URL slug for them. You can create new categories and delete old categories. You can write nice descriptions for each of these, and that will all help you in the long run. So start with this, let me know if you have questions, and I will be happy to answer them for you.